Hello loves, hello, it's Hills from the Blue Flame Apothecary here, and I am bringing through the energy update for the Aquarius Super Full Moon, which occurs on the 1st of August, which is tomorrow by my current clock. This moon is big. It's super, in fact. It is also the first of two super full moons in the month of August. So we'll have one on the 1st in Aquarius and then another on the 31st in Pisces. Let's not get ahead of ourselves though. This moon is big enough on its own. The entire month of August is really it is so full of birth, death, and transitional energy, and it starts off with that. It starts off with that in a magical sort of way. So let's get into some of the aspects that are templating this energy for us, and that'll help us to feel in and to navigate where we might move this energy in our day-to-day lives. All right, so we have the sun in Leo conjunct Kali. This is a very tight conjunction. The sun is at 9 degrees, Kali is at 10. Just off to the side at 5 degrees is Hecate. Directly across the wheel, we have the moon. Big, big, big moon in Aquarius. Leo energy is fiery and passionate, big love, courageous, strong. Kali is also connected to fire in that she will burn down anything that is not in alignment for you. The full moon traditionally is a time for releasing old patterns, to cast into the bright light, into the fire, if you will, that which is no longer needed, that which is no longer serving. This time around, the big moon with the sun across the wheel with Kali conjunct and Hecate just off to the side is getting expanded even more because it is in T-square to Jupiter in Taurus. This is one of 3 T-squares, one in each of the states of being. So this one is our fixed T-square. Fixed energy, if you've been following along, you'll know is transitional energy. It is subtle. Some people associate it with rigidity, but it's really more that what is occurring is happening in the subtle realms, in the liminal space, so it can be hard to connect to. It can be hard to feel the profundity of the transformation that's occurring during these cycles, during fixed energy cycles. But in Leo itself, you can feel how vibrant it is. Leo is the lion, it's big. Taurus is the bull, it's big, right? Aquarius is the water bearer, one of the largest constellations in our sky, and bridging 2 elements. Aquarius is an air sign, but because its symbology, it is represented by the water bearer, it also connects to the waters. It is literally the ambrosia, the emerita being poured, that divine light in liquid light form being poured upon the earth from heaven. Aquarian energy is connected to the higher mind, So if we have big heart with a spotlight on it from the higher mind and Jupiter making everything bigger, we can feel how the liminal energy of this particular lunation is very strong. It's very strong. However, we also have a cardinal T-square and a mutable T-square. Interestingly, both the cardinal T-square and the fixed T-square are connected to the same elements. So we have the sun in a fire sign in this fixed T-square. We have the moon in an air sign, but bridged with that water for the Aquarian energy, that water bearer. And Jupiter in the earth sign. The cardinal energy, we've been talking about this a lot, and I'm going to link below to the Pluto squaring the nodes video, is this Pluto and the nodes. So we have, once again, fire, the north node, and Eris. Air, Libra, the south node, Arcturus, Yeshua, Horus. There's a lot of energy in our south node right now. Being squared by Pluto retrograding through Capricorn, that earth sign. So we have all this energy in an ability to connect to our mental body, to our mental plane, to bring in the fire of spirit and purification, and through that release anything, this is south node and full moon energy, release anything that is not ours anymore to carry forward and anchor through into our physical reality, into being that which is our truth, that which is our destiny. This is Aries, north node. This is Jupiter in Taurus. These are bringing what is true forward into our lives, manifesting it, while releasing the full moon, the south node, releasing anything that is not true for us anymore. And this is really connected to that south node in Libra, because Libra is all about our relationships and our connections to the world and to the way that we think, because Libra is an air sign. So we have all this amazing energy, and it's in that fixed and cardinal. The cardinal is new, birthing new ways of being. It is forward momentum, urgency, a sense of it is time now to do this, to be this in the world. So we can feel how there's these subtle seeming transformations occurring in us. And this is something I'm going to invite you to explore, actually. To cast your higher mind back and explore the ways in which the connections that you're making, both those connections that you make in your world, like your relationships, your friends, your co-workers, the job that you do, your partners, the ways you interact with your children or your family. How have those changed over the last year, the last 2 years? And because this is the first time that the nodes have been in Aries and Libra since 2004. 2005 is the last time the North Node was in Aries. The time before that, it was 1986. And I can share that over the last month and a half or so, I have been being shown my birth date, 1986, like in random places, and it prompted me to do this practice for myself, to say what was happening for me June 28th, 1986, and say, oh, wow, a lot. It was a big moment of my 11-year-old self reclaiming my power. Reclaiming that power and exploring different ways to connect with the world from that standpoint. I mean, I was young, but still like finding that voice. So to cast your higher mind back to, you can go as far back as 2004 if you're old enough, 1986, or you can go back a year. You can go back 2 years. You can go back a month and explore. This could be a journaling exercise. This could be a dancing exercise. This could be a drawing exercise. However you are called to express yourself as you remember and witness what has changed for you. And what you're being asked to change now. What you're being asked to change now. That is a big piece of this. What are you being asked to let go of, and what are you being asked to bring forward into the new that you're creating? And as I say, what are you being asked to let go of? It is that mutable T-square that's coming in. This one is really connected to our expression, to purifying the way that we express ourselves, to coming into better relationship with our karmic load, with the foundations that we've made in the world. Because you see, this is Saturn retrograding in Pisces, exactly across from Mercury in Virgo. They are being T-squared by Medusa, conjunct Sedna in Gemini. And Mercury is fairly closely conjunct to Mars, also in Virgo. And when we bring Mars in, it ties us, it loops us over and connects us into Vesta, also in Gemini. All the while, we also have Mary Magdalene's asteroid, Magdalena, in Pisces, now retrograde also. Let's explore this a little bit more. Let's feel how, as Aquarius is the higher mind, Pisces is the higher heart. This is the only time we have the T-square that has a water sign, our emotional body. And it's connected to the foundations that we've kept, the stories that we've told. That's Magdalena also. So we have this beautiful energy of connecting to our old stories, connecting to our karmic load from the space of the higher heart. And with Mercury, the messenger of the gods, and the communication and expression energy in that sign of healing and wholeness and purification of Virgo, we can feel how coming into right relationship with the truth of us, with our wholeness, is on offer. But we have to be willing to let go of what is not us anymore. We have to be able to say, that was me. That was me. It's not me anymore. It's not me anymore. One of my prayers that I say almost daily, more than daily actually, I could be pretty correct in saying that I am reciting this prayer nearly constantly at this moment. It is to please allow access to the highest truth currently accessible to me, that I am currently able to connect to, and the grace to allow it to release when it is no longer true. To let it go. To say, that was a profound truth. That was a profound truth. It was the highest possible. Okay, when we talk about the truth, if it's coming in right now to share with you what is meant by this, and the way that I'm speaking that word is hand of God. Could be a way to look at it. Divine knowingness could be a way of looking at it. The elixir of life. That profound knowing, that gnosis, the soul truth energy. This is when I am saying this prayer, please allow me to be open to receive the highest truth currently accessible. What I'm saying is, please allow me to be open to receiving the messages of the divine in that way in which I can currently understand them, so that I can act from that place. And then when my understanding changes, when my situation in my life changes, when it is no longer true, I can release it. Please allow me to feel held enough, feel secure enough in my wholeness and in my beingness to say, that is no longer true. That is no longer true. I can let you go. I can let you go. So that the reason that I say this prayer so often and have it basically as the underlying current of my entire waking and sleeping life is so that I can be constantly navigating that line, that liminal space of birthing and releasing, so that I can come into ever greater states of alignment and balance. So, can we feel, back to the astrology, can we feel how Saturn in Pisces conjunct Magdalena offers us this ability to get into our emotional realms? Both of these are retrograde right now, bringing us internal, connecting us to our states of being from an emotional standpoint, and to all of the ways that we have built our foundations based on the PTSD, the trauma, the emotional baggage that we've been carrying around. And can we allow ourselves, through witnessing it, to release that which is no longer serving us? This thruple of T-squares, that is what this is all about. That is what this full moon on the 1st of August is shining a light upon for us. It is shining this light. It is sharing with us. It is saying, hey, we have all this retrograde energy for you to play with. We have this amazing month of frequency lined up. We have super full moons. We have new moons. We have the Lion's Gate. We have the Venus star point retrograde. We have Mercury and Uranus going retrograde. And then in September, Jupiter. We have lined everything up so beautifully to allow you to get in there, figure out what's true in this moment, let go of the bullshit that's no longer true, come back into alignment, and then say, oh, this is the truth. Oh, wait, that's not true anymore. I can let that go. I can see this now. Oh, I thought that was true. That's not true. That's not true. I mean, let go of that. And Kali is conjunct the sun, so this is bring it down. Bring it home. Let's burn that shit down if it's not true. So maybe journaling is a little light for this particular full moon. Maybe you need to dance it out. Maybe you need to rage it out in some other way through, I mean, for me personally, my favorite way to release a ton of stuck energy and to really get my system, like, to embody my wholeness at greater and greater levels is through dance. And I just got to spend a couple of days going to rock concerts and really like moving my body and getting all of this energy moving in my system. This might not be your truth, and that's amazing. That's perfect. Maybe it's hiking. Maybe it's a bath. Maybe it's sitting in front of a fire and casting spells. In other words, writing down what you're releasing and casting them into the flames. Whatever it is that allows you to really connect, and to not bullshit yourself. Because with this Kali and Medusa and Sedna and Magdalena energy and this Venus energy retrograde in Leo and the Aries North Node, it's not going to hold if you try to anyways. It's just not going to hold, and it's going to get really, really, really fucking uncomfortable. So I know this video is a little bit more like, than some of my other ones. Every once in a while, whenever Kali's around, she's always, she really gets in there and shakes things up. But when the cosmos, when the cosmic blueprint lays out a buffet this beautiful, to not take as much advantage of it as possible almost feels like a crime, right? Like, how can we get even deeper? How can we go even more into those old, dense areas, those places that we usually have a hard time accessing, but because Pluto's retrograde in Capricorn, we can get in there and find it. Because the sun is conjunct Kali, we can get in there and clear it out. We are being gifted this energetic template to play with. So let's make the most of it, right? Did I mention that Black Moon Lilith is also going to be, Venus and Black Moon Lilith are almost conjunct in Leo right now, and as Venus continues moving retrograde, the Venus star point happens on the 13th of August, and Black Moon Lilith is coming ever closer, and just right around the 8-8 portal and the Venus star point, they're going to be conjunct. So retrograde Venus and Lilith, rather than me give you all this like information and stories, I invite you right now to feel how similar Black Moon Lilith and a retrograde Venus are energetically. To just explore that and how connected they are to feminine empowerment. And this is feminine empowerment regardless, it has nothing to do with the gender. It does not have to do with gender. It means creative potential, creation magic, accessing that place where zero becomes one, where zero becomes one. The North Node is also trine to this retrograde Venus. Isis in Virgo. Isis in Virgo is also trine to Uranus in Taurus. Exactly. Whew. Isis, that creation energy. The divine mother energy. And it's Virgo, that wholeness energy. So can we feel how we are being invited to wake up? That's Uranus. To wake up to the fullness of our creative potential, to the fullness of our ability to manifest. That's Tauran energy. To remember that everything that we think and everything that we speak is a spell that we are casting, and it is what we are creating in the world around us. And the reason that it is so important to do this shadow work, to explore these patterns in these places where we are creating a world that is not actually the world that we want, but it's the world that we've thought into being, because we're operating from a subconscious, unconscious place of trauma, PTSD, ancestral baggage, all of the shouldas and couldas and you must and you need tos that have been placed upon all of us throughout time, through our parents and through their parents and on and back and back and back. And come into that place where we remember this is an evolution revolution. This is an evolution revolution. And as such, we build upon what was to create something completely new. And we have a lot of liminal energy with which to play. We have a lot of liminal energy with which to play. Let me feel. It was a lot that I just threw at you all. I do want to share, I will have part 3 of our Sirius transmission activations coming through for the Lionsgate portal. I am still bringing through the information about where and when, but stay tuned because I will have information for you in the next day or two. Let me feel. If there's any additional piece that wants to weave through. The full moon transmission in the members portal has been uploaded already, and we'll have our violet flame release ceremony. If the blue flame members portal calls to you, there will be a link below. I do still have, as always, the beautiful soul path journey consults and explorations, light activations, all of that yumminess. If working one-on-one with me calls to you, again, there will be a link below. Come on over to the website and request a consult. If you enjoyed this video, like it, subscribe, ring the bell, you know all the things, and definitely leave me a comment. I would love to hear what is bubbling up to the surface for you. What are you being able to see now through the bright, bright light of this Aquarius moon? And what is Kali and the sun saying? It's time to let that go. The main energy that I have been feeling for this full moon is Phoenix. It is that moment of transition, both as the Phoenix is rising from the ash and as the phoenix is coming into ashen form. It is not the full phoenix alive. It is not the full dust of creative potential. It is that spark that is creating both and. That is where we are right now. And if you can feel how much is available in that moment where anything and everything is possible, that is where we are right now. Holy fuck, y'all. It's amazing. Okay, with that, as always, in always, with so much and many loves to you from, through, and beyond the all dimensions. Thank you.